Alrighty, hello again out there. We are currently on part 94, and last time we went ahead and found some of the new 1.19 stuff. Mainly we raided an entire ancient city, so that was pretty dope. We got Swift Sneak finally, and we still have more 1.19 stuff I'd like to do, so let's just get on that. Mainly we're just gonna go look for a mangrove swamp, and then just to have access to a mangrove swamp, and then we'll go jump start our actual farm. And one other thing too, I'd like to see, I fixed my last time I fixed my render distance. It was at 22 on account of me being an idiot, so I fucked up on that one. I want to see if I cap max frame rate. Does that help? No, it wouldn't help per se. But so my base still is just incredibly laggy no matter what. But definitely having the chunks turned down seems to have helped it a good bit. So instead of doing a whole extra like 10 chunks, that's good at least. I still have to consider doing shit with Optifine like later on, because if it becomes too intolerable, then I'll have to change some stuff. Also, hey Bean, I'm getting ready to go look for a mangrove swamp, hopefully. Also, all the loot I got from yesterday, doing some stuff. We got Swift Sneak now, finally. That's pretty cool. Look at it go. If I hold like this is just me holding W, but if you also hold like like A or D as well, you can go like pretty damn fast, which is pretty nice for bridging and speed bridging. Let's see here. We need to dump a couple of things. Oh, and I'm actually gonna be using Minecraft music for a good bit for now. Oh, we can make the new music disc. It might as well. Suppose. There we go. Might as well keep that. We are one echo shard short of everything, but we got the new music disc now. So that's cool. Keep in my night vision box, and then we got a couple of good sculpt blocks to start out with. Mainly, we have a nice chunk of catalyst, so we actually can make more later on, especially when I get a hold of the Guardian farm. But we're not here for any of this for right now. What we're really mainly here for today is just getting a hold of that mangrove swamp I was talking about. Now, we won't be doing anything with it directly, because what I intend on doing is I need stuff, but what I intend on doing when I find that mangrove swamp is it's just cool to know where it is so we can explore it. But where did I put my axe? But otherwise it's just kind of there, so we probably won't be doing anything with it for I put my axe in already. We also picked up a skeleton skull as well from an ancient city, so that was cool. Coordinates log. We can keep the rest of these intact. But yeah, we're gonna go look for a mangrove swamp. And one other thing actually that I'd like to do. We're gonna keep this portal the same, but I'm gonna go ahead and move it to be somewhere else. So I need to write down stuff. And it's just temporary, so that way I know where to move the portal in the nether. Because we're gonna shift this portal's like kind of counterpart in the nether. We're gonna shift it all the way down to the iceboat roads. So that way we actually get easy access to the iceboat roads. I might have to actually go out and get some more blocks. So. Hang on, shoot, there we go. We got 293, that is not correct. 293, and then tilde, and then 546. And then we're gonna also have to make a second portal. I want it to be out by the more towards that hill that we have. We'll probably build like an actual building for it as well. Could also like double inside of that like witch hut that I want to make at some point, like a custom one. Go on top of that hill. So we'll change some stuff around there at some point. And just do this. But all I want is this one to go down here finally. And yeah, we have fire resistance as well. I might need to grab. But all we really need to do is just tuck a portal away in like a small part here. So we're aiming for 293, 546, which obviously is not gonna be too doable because it's right here. Actually, this is kind of halfway perfect. Hang on. We are using silk touch. Just in case I chip any back dice by accident. Go ahead and put in our first bit of obsidian, just so I can kind of actually know what's going on. There we go, we can do a little something like that. And we can probably reshuffle a little bit. And this should be more or less fine. It's in a little bit of a weird spot, but it's direct, easy access to everything. So actually we want to cut these out because I just realized it might be a little bit hard to open these. So anyways, now we should actually be good, but like for real this time. So a little tired right now, so I'm a little incomprehensible, but it's nothing too bad. Just fair warning on that. Right, forget them in. Where did I put my flint and steel? Oh, here it is. Alrighty. Alright, let's see. We meet up back with our main portal. We should. I know the Y level is different, but we do in fact meet back up correctly. That's very good to see, like usual. Now, why would I want something like this? It's mainly not for me. This one is for me, so I have easier access to my ice boat roads. But the other portal that we build is more for the frogs because we're going to be building it like a fair bit kind of close to the swamp to some extent. So it should be fairly easy to like transport frogs like in and out of like our actual swamp here. So I mean, I could always make them into tadpoles and then move them that way, but my point is we got better options for stuff when we need it. That'll be useful. Be useful now, but will be later. But yeah, we're gonna be using that another portal that I'm gonna make to move frogs eventually. So kind of want that. Also, we're gonna pop into the end really quickly so I can go get some more obsidian from one of the obsidian pillars. Shouldn't take too long. Probably. I only need like 30 or something, so. And then after we get this next portal set up after this, what we'll go ahead and do is we'll kind of get to work on looking for a mangrove swamp, probably find one, and then, you know, we'll go kind of goof around there for a little bit, pick up a bunch of mud, pick up some like mangrove like property goals, all that kind of stuff, and some mangrove wood, all the kind of new things. And then the last new thing I have yet to really find, I was just gonna ignore it, huh? But the last new thing I really have to find is a laze at this point, so. And that would mean I'd have to go out and find an allay. So that might take a little while. But it really shouldn't be too big of a deal. We'll just go look for new pillager outposts, kind of in newer chunks. If we really want to bring them back, we can. We don't have to, because I don't really have a need for them right now. But, I think after this stream we'll probably get back to doing relatively normal stuff in terms of, we're going to finish up that mountain range, like outline, get ready to terraform it. And then I'm also going to be looking into like custom making a mob switch. It's like a fair bit easier to set up, or not as time consuming to set up, rather, I should say. Because I think I should be able to use the shulker duplication that powers like shulker farms combined with like the scaffolding trick to move them up and out of the way. I should be able to use those in a way that makes it so I force them like 70 shulkers into a box. And then as soon as I can do that, then I can make a chunk loader and all that. And then I should be able to, well, have a chunk loader next to that farm or a couple chunks away or whatever works so they're in lazy chunks. It doesn't load their AI. And then all I would literally have to do is just turn it on or off, and boom, mob switch in probably about less than an hour. Because with the villager one, you have to have 70 villagers, and then you have to like zombify them, and then you have to trade with them before they're zombified, and it's like, it's not hard per se, but it's a lot of time. And I think the shulker farm would technically be easier than that. It'd be easier late game, just not early game, because obviously you have to go to the end to get shulkers. But once you've gotten one in the overworld, I think it's a lot easier. Well, that's what I'm gonna try and prove at least. If I can cobble a farm, like a basic shulker farm, like together, and then have them like split and all that kind of stuff, I think we'd be on to a really good. We got all of our obsidian. That snow that I still have. We got a couple of spare skulls and whatnot. I need to leave some spare soul sand or soil in there so I can spawn more with it later on. And anywho, we are back in our base. I'm planning on making these back parts a little bit taller after enough time, but mainly I really just want to get that section in place sometime soon so I can start the major terraforming. Because I want to do it, so hey. Now, we're going to be in a little bit of a weird spot when we spawn, so it's not going to be an exact one-to-one. Hang on a second. Ah, fuck it, we'll just use this deep slate here, whatever. So we need to write down the exact coordinates where we're going to be building this portal when we actually go there and build it. And then I have to match those up in the nether counterpart up on the roof, and then it should link up just fine. So if we were to pick a spot... Oh, and another thing too as well, you can't see it in here obviously anymore, but inside of this hill near the bottom, we actually have that place where I was, hatching sea turtles and all that. Well, we can also do the exact same thing with frogs, so that actually will be really cool to do. And I want to have a fairly nice spot to do this. Hang on, let me see. I think I'm gonna dig away a decent chunk of stuff. We're gonna see if we can't break into everything else. So I want to see if I can get a tunnel dug all the way into the main swamp area that we have in here, because then I can bring frogs in here like straight away, and then I can have like my nether portal form kind of like tucked into the side of this hallway, and we'll back up all this stuff too. Need something. This is one of those little tiny like micro caves, but here's an actual like cave, so perfect. Go ahead and maybe cover that right now. The turtles still can't get up and out of here. The frogs could when, they get it. So we'll have to deal with that later. We'll use fences and all that to seal this part off. Now let me just go ahead and finish kind of clearing this out. And yeah, I'm looking forward to hopefully getting all these frogs in place and all that, because we start hatching them here in case I ever need like a bunch of tadpoles. We can probably get them here, and then what we'll do is we'll probably just move them in like entire shulker boxes worth to the different types of biomes to hatch them or to grow them up into adult frogs. So the thing that we already have secured with the cold biome and the like temperate biome or whatever, so that way we can get the orange and the green frogs. All we have to do is have like a shulker box of tadpole and buckets, and then we bring them over through the nether into those places, and then we just make them into adults there with slime balls and all that. And that's pretty much all we have to do. So nothing too hard, just a little bit of extra work, but it's not difficult luckily, so nothing too bad to worry about. Anyways, we're just gonna go ahead and stockpile a bunch of this stuff for right now, just to kind of get it out of the way. Since we don't have any villagers yet, we don't have to actually block any of this up for right now, so I won't worry about it too hard for the moment. And I'll have to start work on getting rid of all the torch spam at some point, because I do plan on getting rid of all of that as well. I mean, yeah, I do have a Discord, but it's just kind of there, honestly, so... Here, if you want, I'll send it to you real quick. There we go. Imagine having me watch stuff on stream. Couldn't be me. Might later, who knows, but... nah, this is fine for now. Alrighty, so... Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna kind of chip into this a little bit. I'll make this 3 wide, because why not, I guess. I got the obsidian to spare for right now. And then... There we go. Alrighty, so... Coordinates I need to write down real quick and I'll read what you said. 24, 22, 63, and then 43, 26. Cool. Okay, here, come here. There we go. And then we're just gonna go ahead and build this on the nether roof, and that should do it. So I also want to try getting rid of some other stuff, but we'll see how that goes. Or one of them is just a record, though. I hate to tell you this, like, damn. The other one's just a Weezer shit post, like, bruh, SMH. Also, totally not copyrighted or anything, but either way, they're fine. I need to harvest this shit. Hang on, I'll have to do that later. But we're heading to the nether, but I probably can't even show it on stream unironically, because if I do, there's a fair chance I might get TMCA'd, so otherwise I might actually do it. But also, hey, welcome, Andy Shows. Thank you for the follow, appreciate it. Also, man, oh, thanks for the raid, actually, very much appreciated. And also thank you, Corway, appreciate it. But, yeah, we're doing some frog stuff here in a moment. I gotta set some stuff up because I got a frog lake farm prepped and ready to go, other than actually building the farm part. But I imagine playing Weezer on stream again probably would get into some kind of trouble, so I'd rather not. And I gotta pull out my calculator because we're doing stuff with nether quartz for real quick. But yeah, y'all ended up missing the fun episode yesterday where like we actually ended up getting you know, warden stuff like swift sneak and all the good shit, so that ended up being pretty neat. Go out to get a hold of too, because it was actually fun sneaking. And I also ran out of wool. I bring like 8 stacks of wool and I run out, like just had to use too much of it. But hopefully we get up here soon. That also means too I should be able to cut out the ladder for the most part, in terms of having to go up and down this constantly. So hopefully that makes my life a little bit easier. And because we had that slime farm, we shouldn't have a hard time raising the frogs up quickly either, so that should be good as well. Second here. Yeah, like I said, well, the music I normally play, and I'm not playing because I actually want to listen to Minecraft music today when it inevitably comes on, is like the whole point of the music that I play is it's like officially like DMCA free because Twitch themselves like offer it. So there's like absolutely no chance of any like weird fucko shit happening. 2422, but that's the main reason why I have it. It's not the best music, obviously, but it is like, you know, copyright free. Or rather, I wouldn't get like DMCA'd for it. Because I would very much not like to lose this channel. That would be kind of goofy. That means I'd have to make a new one. Actually, no, you can't even make a new one. That's also against TOS. So, anywho, we're going for positive X for a little bit, and then negative. So our targeted block we're looking for is 303, 541. We're pretty much there. Okay, 303, 541. There we go. Yep. Cool. Now all we gotta do is make this bad boy real quick. We'll make some buttons for the top. And we do that. I mean, look how fast I can speed bridge now with Swift Sneak. It's so nice. Such a simple little enchantment, but it's gonna make a world of difference for some of the Giga projects I'm still working on in the background. Luckily that'll be pretty neat. I'll also burn some of these excess buttons really quickly. There we go. And this should link up, so let's find out. Should be okay. Might be a little weird. There we go. Perfect. Alrighty. So now if we bring frogs out from our like another swamp biome, what we can do is we can make a little dock here to like bring them up, and then all we really have to do is, you know, when they're ready, I'll bring them through the portal. But basically we just kind of like ditch them in here and we'll breed them up, and then since they got plenty of water, they shouldn't like want to lay their eggs here, and then we steal their tadpoles, and it all works out. So yeah, that's good. And we're gonna do a little bit of crafting, and then we'll actually go head out for that mangrove swamp, since that's something I want to look forward to personally. It's just taking a bit of time. I know I'm mixing and matching fence gates for right now, but I don't think I really mind for the moment. All the wood I have on me, so. Yeah, you can see kind of like the start of the mountain range we were doing, and I still have more I need to finish as well. But see, I was thinking about fighting the warden yesterday. That would require, you know, fighting the warden, and I would simply rather not. So I'm not going to be fighting it for a while until I've pretty much finished up everything that I want to. Is, you know, I still like I'm on day like 900, and so like I'm not gonna, you know, I'm on 913. I'm not gonna risk everything quite right now. I will later when I've actually like built everything that I wanted to. But like I just really don't want to for now, because he hurts. Spoiler alert, he hurts very, very bad. Wait, that shouldn't. Wait, I just realized that shouldn't link up here. Oh, great. Okay, yep. So this is how it's gonna be, huh? Great. They're not far enough away on a different axis, so it makes it harder to do. Cool. And then I misplaced that. That's cool. Alright, so they're not far enough away, like Y level wise or whatever, to really like be separate. I don't know, it's fucking goofy is what it is, so and it's not cool. So I mean, obviously this part still syncs up fine. It's the one in the swamp that just does not sync up correctly, which, you know, is a bit of a problem. And we'll sleep here real quick. I want the one in the swamp to actually sync up to the one on the roof specifically. because it's either that or like, because I don't want it to take too long to be able to I might be able to just I might redo that entire like tunnel that I have. I should be able to make a better like ladder or something to like get down a lot quicker up and down. So, 'cause I don't want to have to use fireworks for it. But yeah, if I go back through here, then you know, not gonna do the right thing. Yeah, okay, so that is gonna be an issue we'll have to sort out later, I guess. Yeah, where is this? When it was far enough away in the nether to sync up correctly. It's just kind of goofy. If I go up here and I take that one back, but we won't worry about it for now. We're just gonna go ahead and I might dismantle that one at the bottom and just have it so I only go to the one at the top here. So that way, like, my nether portal and my actual base and the other one by the swamp, they both lead up to this one. Which wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, because then, you know, I'm on the roof a lot more anyways nowadays, so... And I can always just take the ladder down if needed, but I'm gonna probably redo this whole, like, shaft, so, we got a quicker way up and down this thing. Probably use, like, a slime block or a hay bale or something to land on at the bottom, and then getting up is the other, like, slow part. Oh, I'd have to do something about that. But anyways, here's our actual portal. And all we're gonna do is just fly out with this torch trail for a little bit, and we'll just see what we can find. Because I've set up a couple of other portals just preemptively to go look for new stuff, so we'll just kind of take a couple of them just to look around and see what we got. Like, there should be one coming up here soon, and I can build another one out, like another like 1,000 blocks away. To go look for the Mangrove Swamp, so... Should be coming up on a portal here in a moment. Well, I say in a moment, but we're flying like 3,000 blocks in total here today, so... Here we go. I'll go ahead and take this one for right now. Ah, that's right. I didn't actually move this, did I? No. It ended up not being too worth it. Yeah, I was supposed to, yeah, we're in an ocean anyways. I was supposed to move this up to the surface, but I ended up not doing that last time. And I don't have my scaffolding directly on me, so I don't think I could be bothered to do it right now, because I just want to go find stuff, you know. So we're going to go negative X and Z, and we'll keep going. Also, if we find another ancient city, I'll probably go tackle that as well. I just need to go actually get a hold of some more wool again. About to go into my string farm. And then I need to figure out some stuff for the froglet farm as well. I think all I really need to do is just put frogs in the farm, and I'll have like hoppers under everything. Like basically it'll just be like a bunch of like iron trapdoors on like every single hopper, and then all the hoppers pointing to like one like storage system. I know it was a waste of hoppers, but I have like multiple shulker boxes worth of iron sitting in an iron farm that can't be used, so I can afford to kind of waste it on stuff like this for a very long time. But and in terms of lag as well, because it's way out of the way, I don't really think I have to care about hopper lag or nothing, especially because I'm not on a multiplayer server, obviously. So, but yeah, all we really need to do is just go build the hoppers and all that stuff in place, and then we'll go put in our storage system as well, and then our iron trapdoors, and then the last thing you need for a good froglet farm is powdered snow, because that's what breaks the magma cubes down into the tiny ones. And then the frogs can only eat the tiny ones, obviously. So when we get the frogs in place too, all we really need to do is just like get all of our frogs from this nether portal that we'll have set up next to the like bastion, because we have a magma cube spawner. Then all we do is we drag them from the overworld on a lead into the nether, and then we just go like dump them in the farm, and then they just go do their little frog things for a little bit, and then they're good to go. So also I need to see if frogs take fall damage. I'm thinking about dropping them in from like fairly high up. I just want to make sure they don't die from fall damage. But here is where the froglet farm is gonna be real quick. I'll just show this off for a quick moment. No, it's nothing too spectacular. It's just a treasure bastion that I completely like raided, and I like cut out all of the I basically blocked up every single like hole in the walls and the ceiling, and then I made my own like artificial ceiling with cobblestone to keep them out from there as well. And then well, it's a bastion. It's got a magma cube spawner. The magma cube spawner is pretty secure. I have to use glass or something to like block it up to stop them from spawning for a little while I work on some of this stuff, but you know, nothing can really get to me here other than magma cubes. I've made very sure to not have anything, so they're all like above me. We still have a couple of brutes every now and then, but here is the actual spawner. It turns out light doesn't affect these guys, I just learned recently, so we'd have to use like physical blocks to block this up. I'll need to drain out some of the lava, but that's pretty much going to be the main thing that we use to get all of our frog lights and magma cream. You get a nice chunk of magma cream from it, which is always good to see. But yeah, that's where our froglet farm is gonna be. So I'll have to actually like dedicate time to like sitting here and using it at some point, because you know I do want to use froglights to build with, but the farm's like 3,000 blocks away. Obviously, I think I can build one closer if I find a basalt delta that would ended up being like close to my base, but I don't know if they particularly exist close enough to my base to really like warrant building a whole nother farm from scratch again. But after I get the Froglight farm done, we'll probably see if we can go find another ancient city, or I'll start like prepping for materials. I want to go make a guardian farm for some XP, and then I can also renovate it into a skulk farm as well. Which is kind of the other reason why I want it built soon. Now that is to, oh, I want to say this is for the swamp area that we have. It should spawn like right in the middle like a frozen river if this is correct, and it is already. So we get our cold frogs in this biome, and then we get our orange frogs. So we get green here, we get orange there, and then in the nether we can hatch the white frogs as long as you like, as long as you feed the tadpoles enough slime in the overworld, and then like you put them in the nether, and then you feed them the rest of their slime, they'll grow into a white frog in the nether. So I don't actually have to go out and find like another like hot biome. So this is pretty much all you really need. We got a cold biome, not cold. You breed them in their own separate little biomes, and then you know you wait for them to hatch into adult. Well, you don't even have to wait that long, so I'll have slime balls, but we'll also have to get some leads and like drag them in through the portal as well. And then we're only at like 100 block like walk to the portal, so that's pretty good. So we don't actually got a lot to worry about on that front at least. Anywho, this is the ancient city one that we're here for. Oh, not that we're here for. No, I'm just out looking for a mangrove swamp right now, so to be honest, I couldn't tell you why I'm here. Anyways, down this scaffolding is an ancient city in a deep dark biome that I had found and raided the other day. That's pretty neat. I still actually haven't touched all of the skulk sensor stuff and all the shriekers yet, so there's still quite a lot of natural stuff in there. But I would like to renovate it eventually, so see how that goes, I guess, but no promises on that front. Also, it's going to be a total pain in the ass to find a mangrove swamp, just fair warning. These things are not the easiest to find. I've loaded a ton of new chunks, and I still I haven't even come across another normal swamp in a while, so who knows, we might get lucky. I would like to actually get all the new mangrove wood stuff today and propagule so I can actually grow them again, but we got some spare bone meal too, so we should be able to stock up on propagules really quick. The only other alternative we have is the wandering trader, who might sell the propagules for like 5 emeralds a piece, which is also something I need to keep an eye out for, if that ever, you know, is necessary. Because it might be one day, who knows. If I get really unlucky, it's gonna be necessary. We might have to fix up the elytra with some XP bottles as well. So there's that to look forward to. Oh, and I just realized actually, with you know, Andy and Corway, Wait. No, that's a different person I'm thinking of. Sorry, never mind. Either with these two new followers, I'm actually at 50 followers now, so that's pretty interesting. Oh, we got a jungle, so we can have a warm biome. But yeah, I'm at 50 followers now. So as long as if I can maintain like an average of 3 viewers for like a month or whatever, then I'm allowed to like start like making money or some shit. Not that it'd ever be enough to really do it, but I won't probably run ads on this stream until like way later. Because I know like I could get it fairly soon, but I don't think it ever would be enough money to really care about. And then, you know, it's just kind of a pain in the ass anyways to like have ads for everybody involved, so better to not do it. But we found a coral reef. We got the shittiest nether portal spawn that there ever was. Also, it's got a shipwreck like 3 feet away from it too. It wasn't a nether portal, it was a shipwreck, but we're gonna go and pop the bed down real quick. And let's just keep looking, I guess. So I hope I find it, but at the same time, this shit does kind of stink. So then we're also gonna actually have to make it the entire way back. But we're not here for frogs. I should make that very clear. We are not here for frogs for this stuff. We're here for the actual mangrove swamp. If I want frogs, then I can just go to the actual like normal swamp that, you know, is 3 feet away from my house, and then just go get frogs from there eventually when they do spawn. But if absolutely necessary, I can breed up some frogs in here, and then like yeah, we get another. We gotta be getting close to a swamp because it's a hot biome, so we should at least be somewhat close to some extent. But as I was saying, yeah, if we need to, we can breed up some of these frogs here to like make the frog spawn and wait for it to hatch into tadpoles, and then just like take all the tadpoles with me, you know, back to my base, and then actually jumpstart it there. And then it'd be easier to transport them and all that stuff too from a central location. So we'll see about that. Still no luck, unfortunately. Yep, can't really see nothing. Taking a good bit of time to load in because I'm loading in so many new chunks all at once like this. But I don't exactly have a choice here. And a meadow biome, that's cool. Might have a good chance. We might have an we might have an especially good chance for a find another deep dark biome if I want to. Because they have a good chance of spawning in the new mountain biomes and whatnot. So, well, the 1.18 mountain. How are we doing on elytra durability? 191 and counting. Alrighty, could be okay. Cool. Still no luck finding a mangrove swamp. I'm still dedicated to not using chunk base, considering I did find a ancient city, so we do actually still have like a very good track record for that kind of stuff. So it's been purely vanilla, no external stuff or nothing, which is very good. No external sources for like finding certain things in this seed specifically, and still haven't done it because yeah, why would I? Well, not why would I just didn't want to this world, and I'm just trying to like be disciplined and not break that. Because for right now, this is honestly pretty much the last like big thing that I really have to go out and find. Because I can go out and find a you know, another ancient city fairly fine. But a mangrove swamp seems like it's gonna be a more of a pain in the ass than I was hoping for. Dude, come on. A cool cave though. But man. So hang on a moment, I need to check out some stuff really quickly. Alrighty, there we go. Hey, we got a cool looking village here, at least it's got an actual nice mountain near it. We got a ruined portal that's pretty much fully intact, which is also nice to see. Not that it's really important or useful, but always good to take a... Wow, that's just bad. I will take that though. And I guess while we're here on the ground, we'll take a quick little breather and pick up some fireworks out of the shulker box here. Excuse me. And we're going to grab some enchantment bottles real quick. There we go. It's all fixed back up. We got a nice little surplus just in case, and we're good to keep going out of here. A cool mountainside though for a village to be. But what's not cool though is that, you know, still have not even found a normal swamp, let alone a mangrove swamp. And man, I am stumbling over my words pretty bad today, but I just want to find this shit and kind of get done with it. I think it'd be pretty to see, but it seems like it'll be a pain in the ass to find. I'm loading so many new chunks, it might actually really start to bloat my world size here, which isn't exactly the best thing in the world, spoiler alert. I mean, hell, it's having a hard time loading new stuff again. I have Minecraft music on, right? Yeah. I fucked up that it doesn't play it too often, but it'd be cool if it did. And we got another plains and spruce forest biome. Cool. Oh, we'll have to find one eventually, I guess. We're in a river? What the? How were we in a river that close to an ocean? As in an ocean? Like, what the hell? Seriously, sometimes the biomes, they just do not make a lot of sense, you know? That's never cool. Well, we've got about 15,000 blocks before I end up going back to my base just, you know, by default, because I'm going towards that way anyways. I'll take the nether portal the whole way back, and hopefully we find something along the way that's valuable. Like, we got a lot of turtles here, we got a nice little beach, but, you know, we got a spruce village, that's cool. You know, it's just a village. And there's just turtles, like I have turtles already. This doesn't do me anything. And it's just another plains and spruce forest as well. Like, again. And they are close enough temperature-wise as well, from what I can remember, to like actually spawn, so... You know, we shouldn't be having this much of an issue finding it. We're just getting unlucky. Maybe not seeing enough. I'm not cranking up my render distance again like that. It tanks it too hard sometimes. I got another 15,000 blocks to go till we're back home, so... And we're still in, like, actual new chunks, because you can kind of tell right now because of the, new, like, biome blending, like, tag in the F3 menu. So when it says old, then we'll actually have hit stuff that, you know, we've already loaded in 1.18. And then it won't be worth searching for at that point. And all it's been is, like, plains and, like, beach. I think this isn't even a desert, this is still just a beach. But we've just hit this massive strip of just flat, simple land that really just... There's no fucking other biomes. There's no savanna, there's no desert, there's no cold biomes even anymore. There's no swamp, there's, you know, no mangrove swamp, which is the thing I'm here for. Like, there's just nothing out here. I mean, some of the caves are looking cool, but it's still just oak forest for a very long time, which, damn, it's kind of crazy. One day I'll... Oh my god, finally a different biome at least. Damn, a small dark oak forest, and then it's immediately pretty much back to normal. We got an azalea tree, so there's a lush cave underground. Got some more kind of hilly stuff at least, so it looks different in height, but man, we are not getting too lucky in terms of finding one of Mangrove Swamps. I want a swamp, man. I mean, we saw those jungles like way earlier, but obviously it's a jungle, it's not gonna do me any good. Anyways, another like 13,000 blocks to go in one direction, and then another like 10,000 to go in the other one, so I got quite a bit of time until we can actually fly back. I mean, if I had done this in the Nether, like in terms of just the sheer distance, God, we'd make it out into the 100,000s. I could make it out to the world border one day, I'm sure, but that would require, you know, going out to the world border, which isn't epic, so... Still on good durability, though. Alright, got another dark oak forest. If we're lucky, we might smack across a woodland mansion, and we might be able to steal some allays, but... Seems like we're doubting that for right now, because I'm not seeing a whole lot anywhere. Still in new chunks at least, so that's good to see. Another 14,000 though. Oh, we do have the fireworks to spare. We might run out of XP bottles though to actually fix up our elytras, so that's pretty much the only other like limit for right now is elytra durability. So I'm gonna have to start stockpiling more on XP bottles later. I do have a couple of spare slots in the trading market. Oh man, finally Minecraft music kicks in, damn. Come long enough. A large old growth pine taiga. Got a couple of new like mountain stuff here. It's probably like a grove or something, yeah. We got a dark oak forest. And then it just transitions back into a normal one here pretty soon. Yeah, still not seeing all that. I'm more keeping an eye on the F3 menu in terms of scouting out new biomes on there. I'm still not seeing a whole bunch of stuff right now. Another 10,000 blocks in each direction to go now. That's cool. We are making some progress to getting back, but seriously, there's still just nothing anywhere, and it's a little annoying. We've seen the same couple of biomes over and over and over, but nothing new or like, you know, relatively rare or anything. It's a little goofy. The stony shore, apparently, technically. We got a ruined portal down there. Oh, we got a hot biome finally, so we do have some odds of getting a hold of some stuff in here. It's a savanna still, but that's at least a good sign. Oh, we got a calcite strip up here? No, it's diorite, damn. And that just goes back to a normal plains again. Why? Oh man, I thought for sure the temperature would be good. We got a jungle next to some cold stuff by accident. That's kind of a little cursed, but still nothing important really, you know. Another forest, another jungle. More forest again. Sounds like there's a thunderstorm brewing outside my house. That's cool. Still in a forest. Now we're in a savanna again. Alrighty. Hopefully we get some better luck. At least we finally have seen a different biome again after like 13 years, but it still might not be too easy. Oh, wait, that wasn't a swamp. It's still just a savanna. The way the fog loaded out made it look like a swamp. I thought that was water, and the trees' tops looked like the normal swamp, but no, nothing useful. We got another village here. Always cool to see, I guess. We're getting close to breaking back into the 4-digit numbers instead of the 5 digits, so that's good. We're only about 10,000 blocks, or more like 8,000 in each direction now, so that's good at least. Still in new chunks. So just kind of waiting to see if we can find anything useful. We're in a desert now, that's good. A little bit too hot, we're in another Badlands. Won't find anything like at this kind of heat, but to at least see something would be pretty good. But Mangrove Swamps spawn the white frogs as far as I remember, because they're hotter than like normal swamps or some shit. It was something to that effect. So, you know, we're at a good temperature for it, but would be cool if we actually found one. Broke back into the 4 digits finally. Oh, can't see nothing again. And I might have to, I want to try some. If I zoom out my FOV a good bit, should be able to see some more stuff. The angle I'm looking at is pretty damn steep, so we're actually gonna turn that back. Still at good durability. We're starting to get in a half though. Still no luck on any swamp stuff. That's a shame. We broke back into double digits on both parts. That's cool. We are waiting for chunk. That's never good. Almost lagged me into a mountain. Got a desert village in the Badlands, but technically it's spawned in the desert, so it makes it looks pretty though. we like the aesthetic of it. The way the like the sandstone actually contrasts compared to like the terracotta and red terracotta looks really nice. It's a good palette. I might have to use that kind of palette sometimes for something. I don't know for what, but I do know it looks good. So we might end up stealing that idea for a bit. And still no luck, unfortunately, on getting a hold of Mangrove Swamp after about 15,000 blocks of searching. You know, that's not cool. Haven't seen anything. Haven't even seen a normal swamp yet, I'd like to mention. If I could at least see a normal one, I'd know we would at least be kind of maybe close to something. Apparently they spawn in the same conditions as normal swamps do, but no. Means I gotta find one. I haven't even seen a mushroom biome yet either. Another thing too I'm trying to keep an eye out for, that I just have not seen. Another desert. I wasn't even a desert, that was another damn beach. Found another jungle though. I don't know. Still nothing. We are still loading new chunks. And we are within about 3,000 blocks of the correct x-axis, or not x, the correct z-axis. Because I believe our base is, and actually I don't have to believe, I can check. I actually know we're in positives for both of them, so still not too close to anything, unfortunately. Yeah. Yeah, we still have a ways to go. We actually got about 10,000 blocks to go in each direction. We are getting there, but it just takes more and more time. We're also going to repair our elytra again while we're here. There we go. And we'll go ahead and load up on a couple more fireworks real quick. Here we go, got everything. And away we go. We go towards positive X and Z. So we're 11,000 away on the Z, and then only like, 8,000 away on the X, so if we could find something about here, maybe this would be pretty much perfect, because it wouldn't be too bad in the nether, because it'd only be like about 1,000 blocks, or 1,200 blocks or so, and it's still like somewhat feasible to fly to with an elytra at least. Well, as feasible as it gets. Oh, hopefully we get a hold of something. I think actually we're getting close to, I want to say we're getting close to the raid farm by now, actually. We can check this because how did we get here? Nope, it was in the positive chords, not the negative chords. Never mind. Alrighty. So we're still not getting close to that, which is a good thing, but still a little bit of a shame. Got a windswept savanna. Oh, a normal swamp, finally. Jesus. Good lord, I cannot believe how long that took. It's not a mangrove swamp, but I'm just surprised to even see one of these damn things at some point. And it's cool. We got some frogs here. Stupid little frog baby. We got a couple of slime balls. We'll just breed these idiots up for a little bit and we'll go give them some. So they're gonna go lay their little stupid idiot babies. And then the last big thing we need to do is we need to pull out some iron here. Here we go. And we're gonna make a couple of extra buckets of iron. Buckets of iron? I just realized what I said, huh? Oops. I just slipped my... Anywho, we'll go ahead and store these away for right now. And throw that away. That can go back on me. Now, out of any given frog spawn, you can get up to like 6 frogs. I believe it's 2 to 6, not frogs, tadpoles. I believe it's 2 to 6. So all we're gonna do is just kind of wait around for this stuff for a little bit. We'll maybe like section it off. So that way these guys can't like swim out anywhere that I don't want them to. So that way they're easy to contain. Here we go, something like that should be good. Because we just want to kidnap them when they're still tadpoles. That should be fine. The way it'd be better. I also want to make sure they got enough space. So we're just going to be waiting around a little bit. I know it ain't the most exciting thing in the world, but spoiler alert, we haven't exactly been doing anything too fun today. Been looking for this same damn swamp for like 20,000 blocks now, and I just have not been able to find it for the life of me. So we'll just take the tadpoles at the very least, so we do actually get some use out of what we've done today, in case we don't end up getting any in our normal swamp. Because I got another viewer here who was talking about it, and he was like, yeah, well, no, he went to his old swamp too, and he wasn't able to find like a single frog. So just to be safe, I want to take some of these guys. There's no way to speed this up. We're just waiting for 10 minutes, pretty much. They're cool little goofy dudes. They don't do a whole lot. They just look cool. They'll be good for the frog lights, obviously, but not much else other than that. So, hey, at least the frog lights look good. Oh, this certainly will take a while. Looks cool. That looks really pretty, actually. Like the way it kind of like you got that overhang, and then you got the nice little waterfall and the actual like snow. That looks. Trying to take notes in terms of kind of how terrain should be shaped, because when I terraform that mountain, I want it to be like kind of like grand and pretty like this, but it's mainly figuring out like when it needs to stop, and then you know the actual shapes of it. So I need to figure that out too. That's the other hard thing, but I think once we do that, we ought to be able to because that's pretty much one of the last big things I have project-wise for right now on my main base is getting these mountain range in place. Because then I still have other houses that I need to build and all that, but getting this mountain range should be a kind of a nice like aesthetic thing too. Eventually too, if I feel like it, I'll branch out my main base by the over to the wheat field and all that, and I'll make like a whole nother like city kind of village there as well. That's, you know, a lot more like agriculture oriented or something like that. So the main island is basically where I live and where like the bulk of everything I want is, but we also do have enough room and ideas to like expand out later if I really need to, if I want to. But yeah, we're just kind of putzing around, passing time until these guys hatch, so guess we'll just hop back up on this tree and I'll just go check the wiki for some stuff, but not really too much to say right now. But we'll check back on this. It is currently 3:01 p.m. Eastern, and all we're gonna do here is just kind of hang out and just wait. Oh, we'll check back in about 306, 308, something like that. In the meantime, let's check out the frog. What did the frog? What did they doing? Yeah, they do spawn in normal swamps, obviously, but yeah, these fucking mangrove swamps. Seriously, I want to find one. It generates in warmer regions, usually next to jungles and deserts. Okay, cool, good to know. It has a temperature of 0.8. So one thing we can do to check is on the they just hatched. Oh, hang on. The F3 menu, real quick. You can see the temperature here, as far as I'm aware. One of these values, or it might be a different value. There is a value in the F3 menu that does show the temperature of the biome you're currently in. So good to know. We got like 4 tadpoles from this. That's very good to see. Okay, there we go. I'm sorry, in case you can't tell, I'm not exactly the best at this. They're a little too tiny to comfortably grab. It also hatched quicker than I expected to. There we go. We got 4 itty bitty little tadpoles for right now. Oh, nice strong start. We'll grab some of these other ones too, just so it makes it easier to it'll make it easier to breed them into frogs later. So we'll hop back up on our tree and keep watching a little bit. But yeah, apparently mangrove swamps spawn a good bit closer to deserts and not anything. So deserts and jungles pretty much where they're the closest to, and yeah, what we want to find. The temperature of swamps is 0.8. I should be able to see where it is on the menu. Oh, hang on, real quick before I forget. I need to sleep real quick. There we go. I'm getting a little caught up in this. And it sounds like they've hatched once again. We'll go ahead and pick these idiots up. We got 5 this time. Quite a nice haul. Alrighty, cool. We got 9 buckets of tadpole for right now. So yeah, good haul. Very good. What I was looking for. We'll store away some of this other kind of niche stuff for the moment. And I need to read up on the wiki again here real quick. Okay, on the Biome Builder section of the F3 screen, let's see here. So somewhere in here, so got a temperature of 2, it looks like. Okay, we've got erosion temperature and humidity respectively. Do we have anything else for other temperature? No, we do not. Okay, so this should be our, where was it? Here we are, here's our temperature. We have a temperature of 2, and they're all like flat numbers from like 0 to 4 or whatever. But at the same time, I feel like that's not correct either. There's got to be something I'm missing, right? Oh, it's under the multi-noise category, actually. You're under a different thing, so... Biome, local, blending, router. Temperature. THW. Shit, I really like when I figure this out too, you know? Oh, I guess it don't matter. I'll figure it out one other day, I guess. I forgot to put my lights on. Anyways, we're heading back towards X and Z again. Hopefully we'll hit one up, who knows. I'm trying to keep an eye on some of the temperature things that I talked about. But it, you know, if we're still at a temperature of 2, if the thing I understand is correct, and it looks like it wasn't. We got another swamp here. Might be a continuation of the same one. It's a real shame I couldn't, you know, we Mangrove Swamp. We still have plenty of time to go find another one, but we did did we did we fucking forget? Okay, no, I'm about to say I thought we forgot the tadpole bucket. I'm about to be like, dude, the whole point of that was to get tadpoles, and if I forgot the whole shulker box there, that's not useful. Anyways, I didn't forget it at least, so yeah, I see all these are like sticking around the same temperature, so there's got to be a different temperature like value on here that I should be looking for, but I just don't quite know where it is. Okay, hold up. Well, we got a choice here. We've got a Woodland Mansion, and a new biome. Hang on, give me a second. We are at -4, 774, 97, -58, 49. Okay, we've got it written down. You almost certainly come back to this a little later, but we should be able to find some allays in here. So we'll come back for this. And you can tell we're in a new one, by the way, because we're in a 1.19 Woodland Mansion and not an older 1.18 one. Because I have seen a 1.18 mansion once before. I just never wrote down where it was. But this one is new. Again, you can tell because of the blending tag here. It's saying new. So we'll come back to this later when I want to laze. It's a 8,000 block flight. So it should only be about 1,000 blocks in the Actually, one other thing too, I should be able to... Where's the thing for the frogs? Where's the bastion? Yep. They are in the negatives. So the route that we already have mapped out on the nether roof should actually like directly take us to the Woodland Mansion as long as I divide the coordinates by 8. So we don't have to do any other like crazy or like prep work with the torches or whatever. it's pretty much just stay on the path, and then eventually when you're off the path, that's when you know, go and light your portal, and then, we're at a Woodland Mansion. Hey, we got access to a fast Woodland Mansion now, so that's cool. So we should actually be able to grab a couple of allays at some point here in the near future. I will not for a while because I simply have no need for them because they're stupid little fucking idiots, and I don't need them really. They'll be cool for ambience as far as I'm aware personally in terms of certain builds that I'd want to do. I wanted to do something more mystical, like with, amethyst blocks or something like that. They'd be great. But in terms of actual like practical uses, I know you can use them with non-stackable like item sorters, but I have literally not even built an item sorter yet, so I, you know, don't have too much use for them right now. They will be useful later. They just are not for right now. So we'll look into that too, but they're just not really too necessary for anything quite right now. Well, we can go get them later, but at least I know where to find them. We're on day 918 now, so we're moving on up there in terms of days. We're getting ever closer to day 1000. You know, the day where I should have my base pretty much completely finished, or as close to finished as possible. Doesn't need to be completely done. It's an arbitrary goal that has no real meaning, but it would be cool to be able to flex like, wow, I spent 1000 days in hardcore Minecraft. This is what I did, or something. Who knows? But either way, it's, nothing too impressive. It looks cool, but I'll just I'll need more time to actually like keep doing like other stuff as well. I think I could probably make it at 10,000 days, to be perfectly honest. I don't, especially if I get that mob switch going, I don't really need to take a lot of risk anymore between like, I've like with the ancient cities, for example, I've already done that without like a mob switch, obviously, because I haven't even built the damn thing yet. And there's nothing hard left in terms of just like tough like hostile mob challenges in terms of like ocean monuments or ancient city or a woodland mansion where or like the bastion as well, where they got these hard hitting like mobs that hurt a lot. Those ones I would like leave the mob switch off for, but for everything else in my world, just building and just kind of exploring, I'd probably have it on just because they don't there's nothing that can kill me. The only thing that can one-shot me and pop a totem is like a creeper. Or not a creeper, a charged creeper. A normal creeper couldn't even one-shot me with like full netherite on. And then I have like all these totems and all this shit, so it just, for the most part, I'll probably just leave the mob switch on for pretty much day in and day out. Just because all the other hostile mobs are just kind of like mosquitoes after a certain point where, yeah, they hurt the tiniest little bit if you let them like go for like a long enough time, but like, in the moment, they don't fucking do anything. And there's never enough of them to, like, overwhelm me. Because I have, like, a lava bucket. Like, I could take lava damage and then just kill all of them in the process and then, like, untank the lava damage. I got golden apples now that I carry on me, so now it's even easier for me to get away with bullshit. It just, no real winning for that. We're still in new chunks, but we are getting ready to start passing over into some of the older ones because we're starting to get ready to kind of pass into the positive X's and Z's and all that. So we'll maybe try taking the Z direction for right now, but man, still no luck, man. Like 20,000 plus blocks of searching for what? No Mangrove Swamp? No cool trees? No cool redwood? No cool ambience? Can't find it. What good is the biome if I can't find the damn thing? We got a jungle over there, so we are actually somewhat close temperature-wise, so we might get lucky. If there was ever a prime time to get lucky in terms of finding one of these, this would probably be it, because it's close enough to my, things in the nether. I wouldn't have to like go out too far with the new torches, and then still enough on the way back to still be useful. Who knows? Hopefully we do get one close. I mean, we got a fucking Badlands biome here, so we definitely are in the right place in terms of just heat, but, we still have to go out and find one. We just aren't getting lucky enough. And we're still loading new biomes as well, so We haven't exhausted all these yet either. We'll know again if we've exhausted all the biomes that we really need to when this turns to a blending old, which it won't for a little while, so we should be okay. I'll go ahead and just sleep here. Future. Be nighttime. Yep. We're in a desert. Should be somewhat close to a mangrove swamp. Hopefully, we're in the right temperature for it. So, hopefully. Oh, we got a pillager outpost. Now it's in one of these kind of like it's in a cage similar to the iron golem cage, from what I understand. Where we got a couple of allays, so and they don't always spawn as well. By the way, I should make that clear. So if we don't see them, then you know they don't exist. Like these guys, like what are they gonna do to hurt me with the kind of armor on? You know, it's an iron golem. There's no other cages really around here. That's like the only cage, you know. I guess we can head up into here real quick, but I get the whole militia after me, so. Oh, we got a goat horn. That's right. I forgot they spawn in the top chest now. So hey, we did get a goat horn. That's cool. That's pretty cool one. Alrighty. Not too bad. Oh wait, this here. No, it's just the same iron golem cage, bruh. Yeah, no, there's nothing worth being here for then. Let's see. We are facing positive X and Z. There we go. Alrighty. We got a desert village here. That's cool. At least we did get a goat horn out of it, so that's always neat to see, because otherwise I'd have to go out and farm it, so. We have 7 other types of goat horns to collect if we want to collect them all, which I do not want to collect them all. I'd like to make that very clear. If I do, that's cool, but if I don't, I don't, so. Anywho, we'll keep heading to the positive Z coordinate. Still in new biome blending, so we still are loading my completely new 1.19 chunk, so we still always have that small chance, but as we're getting closer and closer, it's just becoming smaller and smaller. Oh, no, this is actually very important. Hold up. I haven't seen one of these yet. I've been kind of also trying to keep an eye out for a mushroom biome, and I have not found one until just right now. So we're going to write this down real quick. There we go. So we can get mycelium now if we want to. 10, 12, 69, negative 1361. Cool. Sweet. I haven't seen one of these yet in this world at all, so to find one by accident is pretty neat. Oh, and you can actually get wood on these now because of the azalea trees. That's kind of cool. So you can genuinely survive in these. Well, you can't regrow the wood actually, so let me retract that one a little bit. You can kind of survive as long as you don't like waste all your wood. You would still have to get some more. But then again, actually no, because they point to a lush cave, so then you could use that wood at this top to go dig down into the lush cave. And then, you know, and then we got the other mushroom like island here as well, but you could use the sticks and wood that you get up there to dig down into a lush cave, and then, you know, bone meal some of the moss down there, or find some azaleas or whatever to bone meal the wood. And then you can just use the kelp to make like bone meal with a composter as well, so you wouldn't have to kill a skeleton for it. That's pretty cool. We got another ocean monument here. I'll have to steal sponges from at some point. We're getting ready to fully pass back into like positive coordinates on both sides. And again, still no luck, unfortunately, with the Mangrove Swamp. A real shame, too, you know. Really do want to find one, but again, we're getting like closer and closer to our end, and still haven't seen one. But hey, if we do see one on the way there, that means we don't have to build another portal that far out at all, and the nether. Oh shit! Let's fucking go, baby. We got one finally. It is a bit of a tiny one and is in the middle of a desert, so makes not a lot of sense. But you know, who gives a shit? And we got another outpost. Alrighty. Couple of things. Oh, and also we need to write some stuff down here in a moment. So we're gonna go back to page 5. Mangrove Swamp, 981, 69, 466. Hey, we did find one finally, so that's pretty cool. We can bring the frogs through here if we really want to later on, but, you know, I doubt that I will, so I wouldn't worry about it too much. Yeah, we'll just kind of appreciate it for what it's worth. It's very small, so would have been cool to get a larger one, to be honest, but we're gonna take out some of these propagules. And we'll just kind of hoard some of these. Oh, and by the way, to insta-mine the mangrove roots, you gotta have like a pretty high efficiency like axe, so fair warning. But you can insta-mine them. So these actually aren't as bad as a pain in the ass as people have said, because, you know, you can insta-mine them. But yeah, as you can see, we got our first ever mangrove logs right now. That's pretty neat. Got a couple of other nice little niche things too. We got some mud we can take as well. And then we got the leaves up there. I think people were talking about the leaves being a little bit harder to take down, but then again, we should be able to use... Oh, here. Yeah. Okay, so you use an axe for the roots, and for the logs, and then for the leaves you use a hoe. So you can still mine these out like ridiculously quickly like normal. Just a little different is all for the roots. Because people were... I kept seeing like multiple people saying that like... And like on YouTube obviously, but they kept saying that like... the roots just weren't insta-mineable, like they just couldn't find it. But no, they didn't have like a preferred tool or something, but no, they do. They definitely do. It's the axe, so spoiler alert. I think a couple of them did say that they did have a preferred, but enough of them said that they didn't, where it was like kind of a small issue. There's probably a easier way to control where the wood can grow and all that. I want a new track. Another fairly successful day today as well. Got a nice abundance of everything new. Let's go ahead and maybe put some stuff away. And we'll go ahead and take some of this. Now, if I were to take one of these mangrove leaves, right, and you put them like here, you bone meal it. So if you bone meal a mangrove leaf, by the way, you get the propagule bud that grows, and then you bone meal the propagule bud that appears down here to actually, you know, get a propagule to grow. Then you just do it again. That one was on me. Anyways, we got 10 propagules, actually 13, so that is a very nice start. Comfortable start. A couple of leaves, couple of logs, couple of roots, but mainly the propagules. And then we obviously got a little goat horn too. And we got our tadpoles, so we as far as I'm properly aware right now, we pretty much have access to every single 1.19 feature. We know where everything is. We got that new Woodland Mansion that should have some allays in jail. We got this Mangrove Swamp here. We are bringing back frogs with us. We already went to an ancient city last time. We got all the new ancient city stuff other than the recovery compass, so I have to go out and find a new one again. We got some mud I can steal if I really want to, so actually I guess we will steal a little bit of mud here. And we'll take some of the muddy mangrove roots as well. But yeah, we can make a bunch of packed mud now and use mud bricks later on in our base if we ever wanted to. Because I did plant that wheat farm specifically for this reason. I don't use wheat for anything else, so I don't even like harvest animals or nothing. There we go. We'll switch some stuff around. It's a pretty nice track, I'd have to say. There we go. I'd say that's good. We got all the new different stuff you can get here. You know, obviously no fireflies, but who really like gives like an actual like care? Like they would have been fine for ambience, but like, you know, yeah, you can feed the frogs with them and breed them, but otherwise that's kind of it. They're not too great other than these kind of like specific niche things. But I hope we do find another mangrove swamp, just on the fact that, you know, I'd like to see one that's actually like looks cool. Because this one is just tiny and sad. It's still cool because we got the new blocks from it, but it's just very small and kind of sad. So we got our chest plate on, and obviously we got our pillager outpost right here. I'll go check for a goat horn up top, but considering we have a couple of these cages, if we're lucky, we might find an allay. They might have also flown out the top, because, you know, that is a thing that we can do, obviously, because they do fly. Ah, we do. We have a couple of allays. Just 2 of them, but we do have some. A little stupid idiot baby jail, but they are here. One other thing. We're gonna pop in here real quick. And then I need to pop the bed down, and I need to pull out my notebook here. So we now actually guaranteed do have access to 2 allays. We do have the whole Woodland Mansion to raid as well, but we guarantee to have this as well. And F3. And 46, 26, 535. So less than 100 blocks away from our main swamp, which is pretty good. Another goat horn. We got this new one here called Feel. That's cool. That one's got me feeling a certain fucking goofy way. Not making me feel any good strong emotions. I just feel something. So hey, congrats, you did it. Anywho, we got all the cool features I need. But hey, that's cool. If we're lucky, we might stumble across another mangrove swamp while trying to get out of here. Again, keep an eye on the new biome blending tag here to see. Once it hits old, that's when we're not going to find any for sure. So we got another jungle here, so that's cool. So we do have another jungle that's like pretty damn close to my house, same with bamboo. So I got a good chance of finding some mangrove swamps again. I would like to find another one. We do know where one is, and we could technically just make our own, but I want to find another like cool like natural one. Damn it, that one was too. And now we're in old actually, so it wouldn't matter. So again, if you take a look at the blending part here, you can see how it says we're in old. So this is all stuff I've loaded before, but then we should dip back into new here, yeah. So then it just transitions. So my guess is I flew down here at some point to some extent to like load some stuff, probably for some coral or something. And then, you know, I flew back to my base, and you know, in fact, this is the jungle. There should be an ocean monument right up ahead, which was like one of the first ones I ever raided, I'm pretty sure. So we should be coming up on that. Might be a little bit farther ahead than I thought, but yeah, we are back in old chunks now, so we will not be seeing anything new anymore for a while. So it's a shame we didn't find another mangrove swamp, but the fact of the matter is we did find a mangrove swamp at the very least, which is great, because, you know, that's kind of what I wanted to do. And it's actually not too far away from my base. We could even fly there in the overworld if I wanted to, but obviously we will be setting up a proper nether portal on the roof to get there. So, all in all, very good. Very good today. Anywho, we should be about 1,000 blocks out in each direction from the main base. And also, it has been 1.5 hours of me streaming, so that's cool. We should be near our main savanna here. Yeah, for what it's worth, the Mangrove Swamp was pretty, but like, it just is a shame that one specifically was so damn tiny. Because that definitely kind of like stunted it a little bit experience-wise, but you know, we did at least find one, so can't fault them for that. We might have another chance to find another one, who knows. But yeah, going 20,000 blocks only for it to be relatively on my back door is kind of annoying. So, don't need to go that far out if you're lucky enough, I guess, but man. Oh, this is the ocean I cleared away to go prep the sphere. And in fact, some of these might be new chunks farther in the back here. Because I tended to not actually go out this way, so I want to kind of see really quick. We end up loading anything. No, not particularly, I guess. Oh well. Oh wait, no, this is my fucking this is my base, duh. Of course there wouldn't be anything new here. Yeah, our base is just this way a little bit. There we go. And then you can see the outline of the mountains that we've been working on, that's cool. Got our actual normal swamp. I'll go poke around in here a little bit more to see if we got any frogs spawning or not. Because again, I bred up those tadpoles just to make sure, because I did hear that, like, my friend of mine had, like, you know, a hard time finding them in his swamp. Like in his old swamp from 1.18. So I figured we might as well just breed them back at the one that we did find that we knew was new. And, well, it seems like it paid off, because I'm not exactly seeing any frogs around. So, yeah. We did the right, made the right call there. We knew where that Mangrove Swamp was technically too, so we could have gotten some there if needed, but you know, I'm not exactly seeing any frogs out and about at all. That's a little cringe. Anyway, came back with a nice bit of goodies for today. Now, so I got some base work I need to do, still need to close this gap. But otherwise we've literally found like every single new 1.19 feature except for the recovery compass, which you know is ironic because I don't actually need to ever use it because I won't die. If I do die, I can't use it anyways because it's like hardcore. So yeah, we found pretty much everything new. Like everything else that was new, we found it. So that's pretty neat. You know, we got a couple of new goat horns. We got all of the new mangrove stuff. We've obviously got a lot of the new, not a lot, pretty much all of the oh, it's probably in another chest somewhere, but might have been this one. No, I definitely moved it away then. Here we go. We got our actual loot from that, you know, ancient city. So we got all the new skulk stuff. Got all the new enchants that were there. We got access to all the different frogs because we can actually we'll do a little bit of that right now. Let me dip into the slime farm real quick. This might have definitely gotten overstuffed. Yeah. Okay, that makes enough sense. I've completely forgotten to manage this, so we've kind of run out of space in here. Here we go. We'll go ahead and just patch all this up real quick. And I need to maybe tuck away some of the tadpole buckets real quick to get all this done. And we'll tuck away the honeycomb as well. It's time. Yeah, good to see that the honey farm still produces a lot of stuff for me all the time, even when I'm not like really having to actively manage. Like, wow, what a farm that works, you know, how it's supposed to? Unheard of. Whoa. But yeah, we have a quite large amount of honey blocks, so we will be able to use these for decoration pretty much if I ever want to. I never have to if I don't want to, but they're good to have for decoration. They're good to have to, actually be like honey blocks and whatnot for flying machines and certain like redstone things. But worked out pretty damn well, I'd have to say. Oh, we should have some shears that are, yeah, they're still at very good durability, so we don't have to worry about those either for a long time. That's good to see. Um, we do have some honeycomb that needs to be taken out, however. And we'll repurpose some of this later on into like honey blocks. And I won't actually expand the bee farm out if ever because it's produced so much, Just this tiny little thing I've got more than I reasonably can use right now. If I ever need something like a building that's made out of exclusively like bee related blocks, then I'd probably like upgrade my capacity, but otherwise we've gone ahead and used up like an entire extra shulker box there. I have to take one of my spares to have for that. And we got the moss farm I still haven't had a need to use. And then the cactus farm I built and literally have not harvested anything out of, but luckily it's just cactus, so it's not too big of a deal. I only needed it for cactus green, and I don't need it. It is good to have, however. Our slime farm might not have produced a whole bunch, by the way. No, it's got quite a nice chunk, I'd say. That's good. We're gonna actually, we're here to steal some of it, too. Not stealing because I own it, but you know what I mean. So this is what we're going to be using as well to speed up the main process of growing up our tadpoles. Also, we have some water bottles in my inventory that need to be recycled, and then we have to go get the tadpoles back out of that other shulker box, so we'll go do that. Oh, we got an extra 9 stacks of slime balls in case I need them for stuff later, so we'll keep that as kind of a little bit of a buffer. And then, yeah. Let's just go ahead and grab some stuff out of here. And we'll go ahead and redeposit like that. And our little tadpole bucket should be here. Alrighty, cool. Great. I'm gonna see how my base is running to frame-wise. So having all these farms kind of be tucked away, like out of like visual, like visible sight seems to help out a lot. Because now that we're not seeing anything, it's a nice 60 FPS. But then when I come out to here between the sheer amount of blocks out here and the fact that these farms are always running, and probably the villager stuff too as well in terms of their AI. The shulker farm may or may not be running. The answer is may not. It is not running, so the minecart. Luckily it didn't matter because we haven't been in this area long enough anyways. Got a nice couple of extra minecarts, so yeah. And then our actual like thing up there is where it is. Then we'll go check on the iron farm as well, because that still produces a lot of stuff, and I need to clean it out at some point because we have a sheer overabundance of poppies and iron. I mean, seriously, we're starting to genuinely like dip into the 4th chest here. I'll have to start putting in scaffolding or something to actually be able to harvest the rest of my stuff. So, and you can see because we don't light up the tops, we got some natural hostile mobs spawning for once. Come on, there we go. And also on the coastline as well. But yeah, we can just go ahead and head down into the swamp area for a little bit. Now we'll just head down in here and start chucking these guys in. We won't really do anything with these guys for a little while. There's not really a severe need to anyways. But we'll go ahead and use some slime balls on them. So every slime ball cuts them down by like 10% of their like growth time or whatever. Now that doesn't mean in bedrock condition it does work in terms of like 10%, like at a fixed rate. So it's 10% of like the grand total time. So if it takes 20 minutes, it'll cut down like a flat 2 minutes. So then you only would need 10 to grow into an adult. But on Java Edition, it's 10% of like the current total. So if it's 10% at 20 minutes, it then knocks it down to 18 minutes, and then it takes 10% off of the 18 minutes, which is 1.8 minutes, and then you see what I mean when in terms of it gets infinitely close to 0 minutes, but it never does actually hit 0 minutes directly. So it does speed it up a lot, but you still do actually have to spend some time just kind of waiting a little bit. So these should be orange frogs when everything's all said and done, by the way, just to note that. I know their stuff. We'll pop this down. Where's the frogget? Oh, they're all in my base, that's right. Hey, see, we already got one of them to grow. How cool. We should probably be getting another couple here soon, but we do actually have frogs now. I gotta have some dirt or something. Soul soil is good enough. It'll work for now, unfortunately. I want these fence gates so I can repurpose these. Also, because I don't want to risk having them jump over those and then getting stuck in a spot where they don't want to get out. Here we go. We got our second frog back there. So I got our other two little tadpoles here that we're waiting to grow. To dip back into beacon range. There we go. Do a little something like that for now. We'll probably have this thing like sealed off. Actually, we'll have it sealed off on the outside here. Nah, actually we can leave it, I guess. Because I can actually seal off this entrance instead. Would probably be a little bit better to seal. Yeah, as you can see, we got 3 frogs, and then obviously this one's going to be a little bit more of a pain, because they do just kind of wander around and jump around, so... They should be contained enough, but, you know, it's obviously a little sketchier than that. So we'll just go ahead and leave them be. I just want to wait for the last one, and it did grow up. Alright, cool, so... we have frogs now, because we're epic, and we got frogs. So we'll let them do their frog things over time, and then... because our outside perimeter is safe, we still shouldn't have any issue with anything approaching me, even if, you know, they do spawn over there and all the way up there. And we will be lighting up all this stuff later. It's more for terraforming stuff at some other point. And I want to check my frames. We are currently at 58 frames. 60, 54, 57. Okay, so it's not the farms, that's for sure. It might be the sheer overabundance of blocks that are here, and the game might have a hard time rendering like all these like outside facing blocks or something. Also, it may or may not be the beacon beam as well, which we're gonna find out here in a moment. I would like to try and help knock down some... It seems like it might be the beacon beam. It's looking like it, because if I look over here, I can technically kind of vaguely see it. If I look up a little bit. No, it's not the beacon beam. I'll double check actually. We were leveling out at about 40 frames per second. But I might be the mountain as well. That might be slowing us down a fair bit. But we're gonna block this up for just a little bit here. And it seems like it might just be the sheer number of blocks the game has to load in now with the mountain backdrop. Just to double check our video settings, we are on like the correct render distance and simulation distance. So that's good. I mean, even when I'm looking over here, we're still good, still good. A little bit slower. But when I look over here at this massive stuff, we do dip. Now we did to like 48, you know, maybe 40 at the absolute lowest, but it's not terrible. Like there definitely have been worse lag spikes recently. But I feel like it's only gonna get worse as the terraforming actually gets on, so you know, we'll kind of keep an eye on it as we terraform more of the mountain to see if that ends up impacting it even more. I feel like the beacon beam did definitely cause a little part of it, but it wasn't the actual like whole cause, so fair warning on that. Also, again, like we do have a sheer just abundance of like natural blocks over here, you know, or not natural, like man-made stuff, and it's just a lot for this to render because it's all in like one area like this, you know. It's quite a lot of shit. And you can see we get to 32 as we get closer to this place as well. And something here specifically really ticks the game off. Might be the lighthouse as well. So. No, sometimes it's fine. And our this doesn't take up too much either. So it's a little weird. There's probably no one specific fixed cause for why we're getting so many like drop frames here. But I wonder if we're gonna probably get rid of the sheep as well, by the way, like the whole sheep pen up there. Because to be perfectly honest, it's not even needed anymore because we can just craft wool with string. So it just doesn't really matter. So we'll probably get rid of the sheep pen. And then, I guess let me talk plans real quick. We want to finish that up here relatively soon. And then start making our mountains over like all these parts of like random like farms to hopefully cover them up. And then we start work on doing some of the big terraforming to kind of mesh these all into a nicer like cleaner shape. And then we do the actual terraforming of making like a whole mountain. So yeah, that's cool. I don't think we can see our mangrove swamp on the map. Well, not think, we definitely can't because it's in a new chunk. But yeah, we're on day 921, part 94. That's pretty cool. And I'm gonna go ahead and call it there for today. It's been an hour and a half, almost 2 hours now actually. And I just kind of want to go chill out and do other stuff for today. Might be back a little bit later tonight. We might go loot another ancient city if I can find another one. Who knows? But no promises on that either. But yeah, that's pretty much all of 1.19 features. So that's cool. Yeah, thank you guys again.